are currently cruising at 70 mile an hour. Doesn't feel that fast. We're just cruising. Now you might notice the more astute viewers amongst you will say, hang on, you're not in that Honda Civic anymore. And you're right, I sold that. And I'm in my family wagon, the Mondeo. Beautiful car. You can fit 5 full-size car seats in the, no, hang on. You can fit 3 full-size children's car seats in the back of this. And I think it's probably one of the only sort of estates that give you that amount of space. So that's good. However, you might be able to see on my dashboard an array of orange lights. Now I don't know about you, but I find orange lights quite frustrating. It seems to be when you get one turned off, another one will turn on. And I find that a bit weird, a bit frustrating. Okay, coming over. So what I've got there is, I've got a light that tells me it's cold. That's alright, that goes on and off. The screen wash one, I was doing an oil change on this the other day, and there was a lead hanging down. I thought, why is it hanging down? So I plugged it in, thought, happy days. I found a lead that should have been plugged in. Turns out that lead is the screen wash one and has been unplugged on purpose because it's faulty. So even with a full bottle of screen wash, my light's on. The traction control light, well, that one, obviously traction control, ABS, a sensor is broken, and I can't get that to come back on, so my traction control's permanently off. And I've bought a sensor, I took the wheel off, couldn't get the sensor out. It was raining. Working on new cars, hard work. The other one, the probably more important one, is the engine light that's on. That is some valve that recycles gas, exhaust emissions, and that's faulty. So I've got a scramble of yellow lights, and then sometimes another one comes on, which is a injector light, I think. So that one of the injectors or more is starting to fail on this Mondeo. So what I'm starting to say is, I'm at a point, and maybe you've been there, where you've got an older car. This is 10 years old, this baby, and you think, now is this now going to be a money pit, and I'm just going to end up pouring money away into a car that is never going to have the fight it used to have. That's where I'm at. What do you do? So what I decided to do, with all these repairs that need doing, what I did was I fitted a new car stereo. There it is. I hope you can see it. It is a beauty. I even had to fit this surround, because before it had a double stereo and it had to be a single. So I bought this surround, broke a couple of clips putting it in, like you do. But ignore the orange lights, because I've got pretty lights here. Stereo lights. And what I've also done, I had a bit of a moment. I saw some subwoofers on eBay, dead cheap. I thought, that is a deal too good to miss. She was on a mobile, that lady. That is a deal too good to miss. So I bought them. So now what I've got is a car that's falling apart, but the stereo sounds great. Now I have not fit the stereo before, and I was a bit anxious about how it was all going to go, and then I saw you can get a connector from exactly the model car you've got to the current sort of connections. I was a bit sceptical, but I went for it. And I tell you, fellas, it connected like a dream. I took the old stereo out, put these connections on, and they plug straight into the back of this new Alpine head unit, and it worked straight away. I could not believe it. It was amazing. And I went for that one because I like the green lights. Obviously it's got to keep with the green and, well, now the orange lights, but I quite like that. So there you go, I fitted a new stereo. Anyway, we are on the road. I'm going to be doing a few videos today and hopefully upload these soon. I've got other stuff I can say. The beard's going well, looking lovely. CVM, we are flat out busy, resources, new ideas, new events. Busy, but it's good. And the last thing to say is my triathlon training. Well, I've hurt my leg, right? Let me just say that straight away. I've hurt my leg, I've got a bad sore throat. Now I know what you're saying, this bloke's coming up with a load of excuses. They're not excuses, they're reasons why I've not been able to train as hard as I want. But I saw a mate yesterday, lovely bloke from Care for the Family called Garrett, who heads up their arena stuff. Oh, and he challenged me because he did an half Ironman. He did it in just over 5 hours, and he said you need to be training quite seriously now, and obviously I'm not. So that was a good wake-up call. So I'm back on the training as soon as my leg gets better. Well, you can't train on an injured leg, can you? Otherwise you'll get more and more injuries. Ooh. So I need to get that sorted. Now we're 15 minutes away from our junction. I'm going to come off and we'll pick up recording again a bit later. Lovely. Hello fellas, here we are in Belfast. I'm with Spud. Hello Spud. It's on wide angle, so it should still pick you up.
Well, it's definitely for the fat guy.
Now, Spud, CVM Ireland. What's happening here?
Yeah, it's going pretty good so far. Yeah.
You've been busy?
We're busy, yeah. Loads of stuff going on. Loads of churches connected in with. Loads of...
Got the rugby boys?
Yeah, the rugby boys are good, yeah. We did a load of stuff with the one and only Ulster Rugby.
Of course.
So, yeah, a bunch of guys there who love Jesus and, yeah, amazing stories to tell.
I like it, but it's a bit heavy. Let's talk about golf.
Golf?
I know you love your golf.
Yeah, okay.
What's been your best shot you've ever played where you thought, that's my career
Best shot I've ever played was about 6 years ago. I was playing a course here in Belfast called Shandon, and I hit my tee shot way off to the right, and it landed near the clubhouse, the putting green, and on the putting green was about 50 school kids who were getting a lesson from the pro, and I was on the edge of the putting green, and my second shot I could just about see the green through the smallest gap in these trees, and I had to get it up really high, and I thought, and the pro was kind of like, let's see what he does here, and I thought I either have to man up and go for this or just whip my way out of it. So I lifted out a 9-iron, and I just tried my utmost, and I absolutely creamed it.
Did you?
To the point where it was like, it landed literally like 2 inches from the hole, and the 50 kids went mad, and the pro looked like, who are you? so yeah, and a nice wee tap in for a birdie.
That's cool, wow. It's a good shot. Oh, hello. Alright, fellas.
Yeah.
So a bit of nightlife in Belfast, lovely.
City Hall.
City Hall, look.
Yeah, look at that, all lit up.
So obviously you're a CVM man. What would be your top 3 CVM resources?
All of them, of course.
Good man, yeah.
Is there a way of listing them? It's like listing your children in order, favourites.
You can't do it.
So yeah, love all our stuff.
Oh good, that's the right answer.
Code, manual, 52 men.
Plug it all.
Survival guide, all of it, yeah. Crazy way.
Right, now a serious question. Favourite Bible verse?
Favourite Bible verse?
You don't have to quote it, or just paraphrase it if you can't remember it.
Acts 4:13.
Yeah.
So there's these guys, Peter and John, who are standing trial for healing a guy.
Yeah.
And the jury, or the court in those days, passes a judgment on them. Yeah. Where it kind of reads, paraphrasing, they looked at Peter and John and realised that they were unschooled, ordinary men. I.e. they were idiots. But there's this wee bit at the end where it just says they took note they've been with Jesus, they've just seen something different in them.
That's cool.
They've just seen something in them that kind of made them think, hang on, something different about these ordinary, you know, working class guys who've been with Jesus. So yeah, I love that one amongst a load of other ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what would be, what's your reason for following Jesus? What would be the reason for following Jesus for you?
He's everything.
Is he?
Yeah, I grew up in a Baptist church. It was very hellfire, brimstone.
Yeah.
The way I describe it, turn or burn.
Yeah.
Trust or combust.
Trust or combust. I've not heard that one.
And it just, there's no real, never really understood it. And then all of a sudden, at about the age of 11, someone at a youth weekend I was at just took the story of Jesus and put it in the simplest terms an 11-year-old could understand and make sense of.
That's cool.
And it just took over my whole life from that moment going on. And you wouldn't change it for the world.
No, that's cool. Now, last question. If you were given £50,000, not that we've just been doing this on the Auto Trader app, and there are other car buying apps out there.
Yeah, there is.
Just put that out.
Yeah.
I don't know of them.
No, there is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, like used cars.
Oh, okay.
Stuff and
so 50 grand, top 3 cars.
Oh.
You can't go over 50 grand.
Top 3 cars.
This is quite a short video. It's not.
Sorry.
Mate.
Okay, number 3, I would say a second-hand Tesla Model S.
Yeah, alright.
Not the 62.8 seconds.
Yeah, it's a battery car though, isn't it?
Doesn't matter, it's still, but that's the thing, it would blow anyone away, sitting at the lights thinking, oh, I've got this electric guy, and all of a sudden, so, plus summon mode, which we talked about.
Yeah, we did talk about
itself
that.
And all that.
Alright, I can see that.
Number 2 would be a because we checked this out earlier, 2009 Aston Martin Vantage convertible. 4.8 litre. So great for the ministry and for the family. Absolutely, all of that. I see I'm thinking about my family. All of this. Number 1 would be from the States.
Interesting. Where are you going with?
1967 Fastback GT500 Shelby.
A Shelby, okay.
As in Eleanor.
Oh. From,
if you understand that one.
Is that the
Gone in 60
seconds?
Yeah.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
That's my dream car.
Really? And for 50 grand?
Well, maybe, a little more. When you're taking the dollar, you know, the exchange rate, depending on what year you're watching this in.
True.
You know, it's like, it could be $3 to a pound.
It could be. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
We're cruising in Belfast, and that was Spud. If you want to know more about CVM Island, look on the website. Cheers, fellas.
See ya.
See ya.